Hey YouTube world, it's Black Fox back with another video. I know it's been a while since I posted, but life caught up with my ass, school and everything. But judging by the title, you already know what I'm fit to talk about. And I'm 20 years old, so of course this affects me. Um, in the long run, it will affect me, and I just had to speak up on it since I am a fellow Texan. I have been since like second grade. I do have it on my phone right here. I just seen it earlier, and it had me. Honestly, it pissed me off. But yeah, let's get right into the video. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, follow all my social media, and hit that big thumbs up. So basically, Texas abortion bill proposes death penalty for women, physicians. And I know this is a touchy subject, but like I said, it affects everyone. It really does. And do I think they should outlaw or make abortion illegal? Definitely not. I am firmly against them passing a bill making abortion illegal. And it's due to the fact that as a female, the Roe versus Wade case is our bodies for once. And of course, I don't feel that we should be forced to go through anything as life changing as a pregnancy or childbirth or motherhood. At that, you're forcing someone to carry a child they do not want to carry. Now, I can understand if they limited the time limit, like in a lot of states do, they have limitations on the time limit that a person can get an abortion before it's considered murder. But I do not believe that they should be forcing females to carry out a pregnancy that they did not want. And I do understand the fact that when somebody is kills someone in a car accident and it's a pregnant woman that's killed, they consider it a double homicide against the person, and they get charged double homicide. They get charged with two murders. But at the same time, I feel like that was in pretense that the woman was planning on having the child, planning on carrying it, planning on going full effect into motherhood, versus someone who didn't plan to have an abortion. They did not plan on having the child. They should not be prosecuted, especially with the death penalty. Women should not be prosecuted with the death penalty. Like, you're basically saying they have to carry this child. And in other words, you have to consider the childhood that child will be facing if you force a mother to carry out having that baby. Like, of course, we have child care programs, we have foster care, we have adoption, but just look at the percentages. Look how many children that are already up for adoption and that are in the system. To be honest, think about what childhood that child's gonna have. A baby, to be brought into the world already unwanted. This child will be already unwanted, and you're gonna bring them into the world. Personally, I think it's nobody's business what's going on with somebody's body or what they want to do with it. It's nobody's business but their own person. And Texas got me all the way fucked up with that bill, and I definitely hope it does not pass, because these people are talking about protecting the rights of the unborn child. What about protecting the rights of the female that has to carry the child? Are you going to pay her for continuing carrying that baby for the next couple of months? Like, at the very least, they have to keep an open mind to the fact that that's just another child that's going to get lost into the system. That's another child that's going to be born already unwanted. That's another child that's going to probably end up on the street. Not saying that they all end up on the street, but that child is already going to be set up for a hard, tough life. In general, in my opinion, I feel like, okay, let's say they passed the law with limitations added to it. To be fair, I feel like they need to wait for technologies, education, medicines whatever examinations to determine whether or not the baby feels pain. I feel like, at some extent, yes, it does turn into murder midway through the second trimester, definitely the third trimester and beyond. It does turn into murder, but you have to determine when does the baby feel pain. Is a baby? I don't believe no baby that is barely made a couple weeks ago will feel pain. Other than that, it's just simply considered a medical procedure when we have the technologies and the medicines and the doctors and the research to dictate whether or not and when during the pregnancy a baby can feel pain. That's when they can say, at that point you cannot, or there are limitations to abortion. But you cannot fully take the rights of women unlawfully and dictate their pregnancies. Again, going back to the female, me being a young female and on birth control, I'm not particularly with abortion. I wouldn't celebrate it. Nobody celebrating the death. I wouldn't celebrate it, but it definitely is for those, who have slip-ups. Not everybody wants children. Me personally, me speaking out against it, at this time of my life, being in college, trying to get on the YouTube bandwagon, trying to focus on me, development, and growing still myself, I don't want children at the moment. Yes, I have my fun, but I don't want children anytime soon, and the option has to be left open. Now, you honestly got to think about what would happen if they do pass this law and outlaw abortion in Texas. Well, we all just gonna drive up to another state with little limitation and get that abortion. Think about if they were to outlaw abortions nationwide. That will definitely put females risk, cause many health risks, because there will be an underground black market for abortion products, for procedures, and that just poses a larger risk. So therefore, I don't think any state nationwide in the U.S. should be banning or outlawing abortion, period. Because then other states may jump on the bandwagon. Like I said, there ain't nobody business what you do with your body but your own. So all these people talking about protecting the rights of the unborn child. Are you going to carry that child? Have they created the technology where you can remove the fetus and let it grow in this little machine? You shouldn't be forcing any woman to have a baby that doesn't want to have a baby. Period. Even if, she has sex, you know what comes with the sex, you know what happens, you know the after effect, you know the possibility, the risk. I know you're supposed to, of course I do, protect yourself, use contraceptives, but everybody knows that contraceptives fail from time to time. Condom broke, you missed a couple of days on your birth control pill, or you ain't got funny with the days and the pills, lost count, blah blah blah, or it fell out, or it came out your arm, whichever contraceptive you use, they're not always 100%. Most of them say 99.9%, 98%, 97% effective. And, there could be slip-ups. Women who generally don't want children and are in the stages, early in life, are fertile. This bill, looking at the article, the bill would ban abortion at any stage of pregnancy, which is completely unfair. I find it completely unfair. In most states, the limit is what? 4 to 6 weeks before you have to eventually carry out the pregnancy, unless there's a high risk potential threat to the woman's health that would make abortion a possibility. Rape cases, human trafficking, or incest. And of course, it, like I said previously, it does conflict with the Roe versus Wade decision that basically outlawed criminalizing anyone for performing abortions. And here in the article, it also says a living human child from the moment of fertilization on fusion of a human spermatozoon while a human ovum is entitled to the same rights, powers, and privileges as are secured or granted by the laws of the state to any other human child. The text of the bill reads. That is specifically in the bill, okay? What about the rights of the woman carrying a child? What about her rights of having to her body? It's her body, it's her decision. It's like it's the female's decision in many states whether or not she wants the father to sign the birth certificate.